Hello guys, so a few hours ago, I did something really fucking funny, and that is turn a 50-minute Family Guy Christmas special from this
All these happy wishes and lots
to this. And I will tell you my process. So let's get started. So let's start. What is this Family Guy episode? Well, the episode in question is Road to the North Pole, what I consider one of the best Family Guy episodes of all time, and is personally one of my favorites. Now, this is the DVD to Road to the North Pole. This is known for being slightly longer and being uncensored. And how long is this version? Well, this version is 50 minutes long. And I had a goal to be able to send this entire episode of Family Guy in a Gmail message without it putting it into my Google Drive. So let's get started with the process. So the first thing I had to do is take out the disc and put it into my computer and extract the episode, which is fairly easy. Now, sorry for the low quality video quality, I'm too lazy to boot up Streamlabs. So, the first program that we're going to have to use is MakeMKV. Now, what is MakeMKV? MakeMKV is a program that extracts DVDs, or at least the video files off of them. It's personally one of the best programs I've ever used for extracting DVDs. It extracts them with the subtitles, 5.1 Dolby Digital Audio, if it has that, and some other things. So the first thing we got to do is get the MKV file of Family Guy Road to the North Pole. And as you can see here, 2.3 gigabytes. Yeah, that is an issue that we're going to see. MKV files are comically large because not only does it have subtitles, but it also has all the different audios, and if there's different videos, then it has the different videos in them. So MKV files are typically the largest video files, and it's also the most common with animes. That's why you don't typically see like complete anime MKV files on something like Internet Archive, because God forbid you want to do that with One Piece. That's probably a few fucking terabytes. And that's why there's also tools to convert MKV files to MP4. So, I'll come back whenever this video is done. So our first part is done. We now have the 2 gigabyte Family Guy file. Now what we have to do is convert this to MP4 to make it even smaller, which luckily I've already done, so I don't have to sit through that process again. And converting it, yeah, shrunk it down a lot. 369 megabytes. Now, there's an issue with that. So the issue that I got hit with was that this website has a max file size upload limit of 200 megabytes. The original file is 300. I have no damn clue how I got it under 200 to do this. Which, if I had to take a wild guess, I think I used this site, which didn't just put it under 200, but put it as 188 megabytes, which is below this. So I tried to convert it for a PlayStation Portable. That was my original goal. Didn't work. So my second goal was just to get the smallest file size possible, but still watchable. You could still understand what's happening in the episode. So I put the size as 144p. So I now had a copy of this episode, well, at 144p. And I kept doing that, and I did that, and I think it went down to 88 megabytes, which was still pretty good. And then I got curious, so I looked up the max file size for Google Mail or Gmail, and it said 25 megabytes, and anything above that would have to be put in Google Drive. So that got me wondering, how much can I compress this video? What I did was I just kept throwing it in here because if I did anything that was too low, it wouldn't work. So what I did was I kept throwing it in here, and I went from 64, did it a few more times, and went to 48. And then I was left with a file that was 22 megabytes. And that is what this file is. Road to the North Pole 144p. This is 22 megabytes, as you can see here. And playing the video, it's still understandable. You can understand everything that's happening in the episode, which I will play for you right now. Now, my computer, I'm currently running this through a Firefox browser, so it's stupidly slow. But yeah, this is a perfectly watchable episode of Family Guy, and as you can tell by the audio quality, which I'll go to the song here, it's not too bad. And of course, since it's in 144p, you can still understand what's happening in the episode. And now, since I did that, I was now curious, what is the actual small size where you can still understand and watch the episode? So, as I can read this, now, I'm not going to directly say it, but I'm just going to read this, which I've typed. I'm bored, so I did something cool. What I did was I compressed episode 7, season 9 of Family Guy so much that it is under 20 megabytes. The original file was around 400 megabytes, which I was wrong, it's 300. Because it was a DVD rip of a 50-minute Christmas special, and what I find funny is that you can still understand the episode, you can still see what is happening, and what the characters are saying. Now, I did have a limit to make the episode still kind of watchable, and this was just an experiment. Now, I will put two different versions. One that is under the Gmail upload limit, which is 22 megabytes, and is at 144p, and the other one, which is at 16.6 megabytes, and is at 128 by 72. About the smaller one is that you really have to try and understand what the characters are saying because the audio is extremely bit crushed. But anyway, enjoy. Yeah, so what I did was I shrunk the file size more, the resolution of the video, and I threw it through the compression converter, whatever this thing is, on 32, and then I just clicked auto. And what I was left with was this. This is what the file looks like. And as you can hear, it sounds awful. Let's get to the song. And what's crazy is that you could still watch this episode. Yeah, that was the craziest thing, is that you could still understand what's happening in the episode. Then I got hit with a new goal. I'm also feeling a little silly, so I'm going to try for under 10 megabytes. That was my ultimate goal, was to get it under 10. So, I could upload it to Discord as a joke, but I recently figured out that they actually upped the Discord file upload limit to, I think, from 8 to 25, so you could upload the good version. But anyway, I also forwarded it to a friend, which was really curious to watch it. And this is what I came out with. With all my efforts, the smallest I can make it, because the compressor was making the file bigger, was 1032 megabytes. And this is so small. Without even playing it, I'm going to show you the resolution of this episode. 18 by 10. That was the smallest that the resizer could go. The bit rate was 24. Yeah, just for reference, the 144p one was 58. And the original episode, if I can get to it real quick, is 1000. That's the original audio. So the audio is at 24. and the data rate is 3. Now, the real question is the episode watchable? And I'm going to open up VLC just to show you how pixelated this video is. Firefox and the Windows 10 video player couldn't even play this file. It would show nothing. That is how small it is. And looking at VLC, yikes. That is how small the episode is. So, let's put this in full screen, shall we? I'm pretty sure you could actually upload this entire thing to YouTube and not get a copyright claim. It's so low quality that I legitimately think you could upload this to YouTube. And that was my endeavors of making the smallest episode of Family Guy. 10.3 megabytes of a 50-minute episode. I hope you enjoyed this video, because, you know, going through the history of making the fucking smallest Family Guy episode, it's kind of funny. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Now, you're probably wondering, why did you choose this episode in particular? Well, it's my favorite episode of Family Guy. That's fucking why.